Live updates. Live, Bangladesh vs Sri Lanka, first T20 cricket match. Wicket. Fernando is out. Sri Lanka 4-1. Avishka Fernando nicks off as he attempts a drive outside off stump to the second ball. Liton Das takes the catch behind the stumps. What a start. 1 over. Sri Lanka 4-1. Kamindu Mendes joins his namesake in the middle and plays out 4 dot balls to finish the opening over. The number 3 did survive a moment of alarm off his first ball after nearly chipping it back to the bowler as he attempted a nudge into the leg side. The first ball. Shoriful Islam has the ball in hand and 4 runs are brought up off the first ball by Avishka Fernando. But just wait for news of the second ball. Taskeen thrown the ball. Taskeen Ahmed bowls the second over and starts up with a single and a wide in his first 3 attempted deliveries. 2 overs. Sri Lanka 9-1. 3 singles finish the second over and 5 off it in total. The first 6. Kamindu Mendes sweetly strikes Shoriful Islam's first ball of his second over for 6. The ball is full and straight and clipped gracefully over deep square. 3 overs. Sri Lanka 21-1. Shoriful Islam nearly gets out of the over with just a single and a leg by following the 6 off the first ball. The last ball is there to be hit outside off stump and Council Mendes opens the face to drive over cover for 4. Another boundary to start the over. A third over out of 4 starts with a boundary as Mahedi Hassan enters the attack but Council Mendes unleashes a sumptuous cover drive for 4. 4 overs. Sri Lanka 32-1. The second 6 of the innings is brought up as the off-break spinner serves up a full toss and Kamindu Mendes clubs the ball over deep square. Mahedi Hassan concedes 11 off his opening over. Wicket. Kamindu Mendes is caught. Sri Lanka 37-2. Kamindu Mendes pulls the ball straight to mid-wicket and Taskeen Ahmed has his man. The Sri Lanka number 3 falls for 19 off the third ball of the 5th over. Soumya Sarkar takes the catch. 5 overs. Sri Lanka 40-2. Council Mendes opened the over with a boundary hitting a full ball back over Taskeen Ahmed's head. 4 singles were scored off the over otherwise along with the wicket. Sedira Samaravikrama is the new batter. 6 overs. Sri Lanka 45-2. Mustafizur Rahman rushes through a swift opening over but Sedira Samaravikrama does manage to clip 4 through mid-wicket. End of the power play. 7 overs. Sri Lanka 48-2. Rishad Hussain is brought on for his first over. Now the power play is over and the leg break bowler concedes just 3 singles as Bangladesh start to squeeze with spin. Back in the boundary count. The first boundary for 8 balls is brought up as Mahedi Hassan's first ball of the 8th over is swept for 4 by Sedira Samaravikrama. 8 overs. Sri Lanka 61-2. Council Mendes has been quiet in recent overs but ends the 8th by slamming the last ball of Mahedi Hassan's over sailing into the stands over long on. It was full and the right-hander gave it everything. 9 overs. Sri Lanka 67-2. Sedira Samaravikrama picks up a ball from outside off to slam the leg break of Rishad Hussain to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. Just 2 singles off the over otherwise. Mendes makes his mark. Council Mendes wastes no time in the over as he deftly waits on Taskeen Ahmed's first ball and guides it fine to the deep third boundary for 4. 10 overs. Sri Lanka 79-2. Taskeen Ahmed concedes 2 boundaries in the over and both to Council Mendes, but the Sri Lanka wicketkeeper gets lucky this time as it's an edge that flies fine for 4. 12 off the over with 4 singles also claimed. Time for drinks. Pace returns. Mustafizur Rahman bowls the first over after drinks, and the left-arm seamer concedes just 2 singles off the first 3 balls of the 11th over. 11 overs. Sri Lanka 84-2. Just 3 singles and a leg bye off the first 5 balls after the drinks break, which can often bring a wicket. The last ball brings a pull from Sedira Samaravikrama but only to the fielder on the ropes, and a further single is added. Another 10 balls without a boundary. Council Mendes ends the wait for a boundary as he slashes at the third ball of Rishad Hussain's over. It's onto the legs of the right-hander and beats the leg side field. Click here to share on social media. 12 overs. Sri Lanka 102-2. Well, there's a way to get the runs flowing again. After hitting Rishad Hussain's third ball for 4, Council Mendes slams consecutive 6s into the stands. Both are full and go downtown. The second brings up the right-hander's 50 off 27 balls. He can really get this innings moving now. Another 6. Shoriful Islam drops short with his second ball and Sedira Samaravikrama drops the ball over the deep square boundary with a pull-off. 13 overs. Sri Lanka 123-3. What an over. 5 wides follow immediately after the 6th, then Sedira Samaravikrama is at it again as a leg glance and late cut find consecutive fours. Sharaful Islam concedes 21 off the over. He'd only gone for 15 off his first 14 overs. Sri Lanka 131-2. A quieter 6 balls as Soumya Sarkar returns for only a second over. The right-arm medium pacer concedes just one boundary as he is cut for 4, but he gets out of the over with 4 singles otherwise. Wicket. Kausal is caught. Sri Lanka 133-3. The opener departs for 59 after hitting Rishad Hussain straight to Mahmudullah at long on. 15 overs. Sri Lanka 136-3. Sri Lanka's captain Chirit Asalanka comes to the middle with work still to be done. 3 singles and a 2 were claimed in the over around the wicket of Kusal Mendes. 16 overs. Sri Lanka 142-3. Mahedi Hassan rushes through a relatively quick over at this stage. Just 3 singles are taken off the off-break bowler, but he also concedes 3 wides and now has 0-30 off his 3 overs so far. 16 balls without a boundary and now a 6. This has been an innings of feast or famine. Chirit Asalanka slams a length ball from Taskin Ahmed over long on for 6 off the 3rd ball of the 17th over. 17 overs. Sri Lanka 157-3. Taskin Ahmed sees another one sail away as Chirit Asalanka clubs a shorter ball off his hip and over the deep square boundary for the second 6 of the over. Click here to share on social media. 2 untimely wides. The innings still feels in the balance and Mustafizur Rahman serves up 2 wides in his attempts at the first 3 legitimate balls of the 18th over. 18 overs. Sri Lanka 171-3. After his own sloppy start, Mustafizur Rahman concedes a 6 and a 4 before the over is out. The 6 was fortuitous for Chirit Asalanka as he threw the bat at one outside off and the ball only just cleared deep third. The 4 was a wonderful way to reach 50 for Sedira Samaravikrama as he punches through the covers off the back foot to bring up the milestone in 43 balls. 19 overs. Sri Lanka 182-3. An incredible shot from Chirit Asalanka clears the cover boundary for 6 as he carves at an attempted yorker from Sharaful Islam. Sedira Samaravikrama finishes the over with 4 more from a lofted drive over cover. 6 to start the final over. Chirit Asalanka gets up and under a full toss from Mustafizur Rahman as the left-arm seamer is off the mark at the start of the over. The ball clears the point boundary. Sri Lanka nailed it in the end. 2 50s, from Kusal Mendes and Sedira Samaravikrama, were followed by a brilliant cameo from Chirit Asalanka. The captain's 44 came off only 21 balls to give him the best strike rate of the innings and by some margin for anyone facing more than 2 balls. Sharaful Islam took the most tap with 1-47 off his 4 overs. Sri Lanka post 206-3. That was some final over. A no ball, which also went for 4 leg byes after brushing the pads, results in 4 for Sedira Samaravikrama via an edge off an attempted back foot punch. Chirit Asalanka then receives a full toss onto the pads and makes no mistake by whipping his second 6 of the over. A total 24 came off the over in the end. 80-20 great in the making. Sikandar Raza, the Pakistan-born Zimbabwe T20 captain, has won over fans in his adopted homeland with his remarkable late rise in international cricket. Al Jazeera interviewed Raza and the people who saw him rise to be among the format's best players. The first ball of the chase. Angelo Matthews opens the bowling for Sri Lanka and it's a dot ball to Liton Das, as is the second. Solid start. Wicket. Das departs. Bangladesh 0-1. 2 dot balls and a wicket for Angelo Matthews as there's big movement through the air and Liton Das nicks through to the keeper to fall for a 3rd ball duck. 1 over. Bangladesh 3-1. Bangladesh's skipper Najmul Hussain Shanto comes in at 3 to join Soumya Sarkar. The pair both pick up singles after a wide immediately followed the wicket. The first boundary. Binura Fernando finds the edge this time, but it's wide of the keeper and fine of short 3rd as Soumya Sarkar registers the first boundary. 2 overs. Bangladesh 14-1. Binura Fernando has no one to blame but himself for the second boundary of the over. The left arm quick strays onto the pads of Soumya Sarkar and the ball is clipped fine for 4. 2 off the first 3 of the 3rd. Angelo Matthews concedes just 2 singles and registers a dot ball off the first 3 balls of his second over. 3 overs. Bangladesh 21-1. Just 3 singles off the first 5 balls of the over, but the last is drive off a length by Najmul Hussain Shanto for 4. Fine shot. Wicket. Soumya is out. Bangladesh 21-2. Soumya Sarkar uses his feet but still gets under a lofted drive, and Chirit Asalanka takes the catch at mid-off. Binura Fernando has the wicket off the first ball of the fourth over, and the Bangladesh opener falls for 12 off 11. 4 overs. Bangladesh 32-3. Tawhid Hridoy hits his first ball for 6. Binura Fernando just hits a length, but the number 4 swings across the line and connects sweetly to clear deep square. 3 singles follow off the next 4 balls. Wicket. Hridoy falls. Bangladesh 32-3. Tawhid Hridoy falls to the first ball of the fifth as Angelo Matthews strikes. It was another charge, but this one got an inside edge to the keeper. Hridoy reviewed by the spike was there and he goes for 8 from 5 balls. 6 first ball for Mahmudullah. Mahmudullah charges his first ball and hits Angelo Matthews over the cover boundary for 6. Click here to share on social media. 5 overs. Bangladesh 37-3. That was quite the entrance again from a Bangladesh batter. Mahmudullah finds a single next ball and then 3 dots end the over. 6 overs. Bangladesh 43-3. There's only one more over in the power play for Bangladesh as Najmul Hussain Shanto uppercuts Mahesh Theekshana for 4. There are only 2 singles in the over otherwise. Sri Lanka were 45-2 at this stage. Click here to share on social media. 7 overs. Bangladesh 57-3. Mahmudullah gives it the charge again and sends Disun Shanakar's fourth ball of the over sailing for 6 beyond long on. Najmul Hussain Shanto tries much the same off the last ball but doesn't quite get all of the shot and only just clears mid-off for 4 more. 8 overs. Bangladesh 66-3. Mahmudullah drags the fifth ball of Akila Dhananjay's first over through mid-wicket for 4. 9 off the over with a 2 and 3 singles otherwise conceded by the spinner. The current run rate is just over 8 but the required is nearly at 12. Enter the slinger. Mathisha Patirana comes on to bowl and starts with a wide. The young seamer, with the slinger action, will struggle for control in his early years. He recovers to concede just a single off the first 3 legitimate balls. Wicket. Shanto is out. Bangladesh are 68-4. Mathisha Patirana strikes to remove Najmul Hussain Shanto for 20 off 22. The Bangladesh skipper attempted a hook but top-edged to Angelo Matthews at square leg. Jakar Ali is the new batter and defends the last ball of the 9th over. 10 overs. Bangladesh 78-4. As long as there is Mahmudullah there is hope. He nearly fell to the 5th ball of the 10th though as his top-edged sweep was shelled by Sedira Samaravikrama and the balls was also spilled for 4. Akila Dhananjaya is less than impressed as that should have been taken. The slinger is leaking. Mathisha Patirana has another costly start with consecutive no balls conceded. Mahmudullah makes no mistake with the following free hit and smashes a pull over deep square and onto the roof of the stand. Click here to share on social media. 11 overs. Bangladesh 98-4. 2 wides follow the 6, which came off a free hit following consecutive no balls. Then the final ball of the over is hammered for 6 more. Jakar Ali gets in on the act this time as he clears the keeper with an up and over shot. Bangladesh are still in this. The required rate is now over 12 though, while the current remains at just below 9. 12 overs. Bangladesh 101-4. Mahesh Theekshana brings some calm back to proceedings for Sri Lanka. The off-break bowler concedes just 3 singles off the over. A slice of luck for Mahmudullah. Binura Fernando is back and bounces Mahmudullah first ball. A top-edged pull flies over the keeper for 6.